What is up, everybody? Welcome back to RacingNews.com and welcome back to another one of our previews. Well, let's go to Del Mar, Saturday, July 27th. Race 10 on the card. It's the grade 1 Bing Crosby going 6 furlongs, $400,000 the person this one, and it has drawn a field of 9. This should be a heck of a race. Some of the who's who of here of the California sprinting and really for the country right here in this one. All right, let's go through them 1 through 9 like we do here. We're going to go number 1 Anarchist first, and we'll go over what he's done, which is a whole lot of hitting the board in races just like this, including this race last year. Spoiler alert, last year I had him on top in the Bing Crosby at 8-1. He was second, beaten ahead by the Chosen Vron, who we'll talk about here in a second. So, look, he always shows up and runs well. The Pat O'Brien, he did win last year right here at Del Mar, and that was the last race of his season. It was 308 days since we saw him again. He showed back up at Churchill in the Kelly's Landing Stakes, got 6, beaten 8 1/4. I'm not real worried about it. Second race off the layoff. I think this horse will improve. I'm not going to pick him to win this year. Like I said, he's been close so many times. He's second in the True North, second in the Kona Golds, second in the San Simeon on the turf, second, like I said, in the Bing Crosby before that Pat O'Brien win. I think he's going to be more of a hit the board type. I want to kind of wait and see what he is second off the layoff as well. He will improve from the Kelly's Landing. I can almost guarantee that. He will run better. It's just how much better. That's the question. And if you think it's going to be a lot better, maybe he's the horse for you. Number 2 is See Through It. This is a horse taking a big time jump up in class after winning 2 starter allowance races at Los Alamitos. No interest for me in this one. Just seems to be totally outclassed in the spot. And this is a tough spot, right? This is definitely a tough spot for See Through It. So we'll see what happens here. For me, not a lot of interest. Number 3 is Straight No Chaser. This is a horse, another one making his second start off of a layoff here. If you remember, Straight No Chaser a long time ago was able to get the job done in 2020, May 20th, by open links in the Maryland Sprint. And everybody thought, okay, this is going to be a really big time horse. He dominated that race. He beat Prevalence, who was a decent horse. That was a second straight blowout win. Everybody was excited. He went up to run in the Run Happy next on May 11th of last season. And, I should say May 11th of this season, after 350 days off. Obviously something happened. He ran last time out in the Run Happy, and it was not good. He got set the pace before getting beat 3 links. He was 4th, beaten 3 links as the 3-5 favorite. Now we're here, second off the layoff. Dan Blacker back in charge of this horse after losing him to Juan Landeros last time out. Another one kind of like Anarchist. I expect a better performance. How much better is the question? Is he ready to fire that big race? He's been working bullets since that race up at Belmont at the Big A. So we'll see what happens here. He's a question mark, no doubt about it. Number 4 is Giant Game. Very interesting entry. Cutting back to 6 furlongs is who knows how that's going to go after running route races for the last several times. I had to go way back. He did debut at 7 furlongs. He lost. He also ran in a 6.5 furlong allowance and lost. All of his other races have been a mile or more. So I'm not sure if the distance is going to work. Dale Roman's no longer the trainer. Peter Urton takes over the training. That was news to me as well. And then I kind of realized that the horse has been privately sold. And so that would be why. It's going to be a big turnaround. I don't know what the plan really is. This is an odd entry to me. I don't have a lot of interest in the number 4 Giant Game. Number 5, Roll On Big Joe. I like this horse's name. I like to watch this horse run. However, he is going to be taking a big time step up in class today. Roll On Big Joe, 2 wins in a row, an allowance win over the synthetic at Gulfstream before coming over to Santa Anita and winning an allowance on the dirt. So 2 straight wins. Looks, like a solid horse at that level. Stepping up today, I'm not sure on that. So another one, kind of like the 2 See Through It, the 5 big Roll On Big Joe, stepping up in class. That's not going to be easy. Number 6 is Closethegame Sugar. This horse coming off of back-to-back stakes wins and doing it pretty good. Won the Astrides and also the Kelly's Landing at Churchill Downs. So look, a horse that had all turf and synthetics, then was off 227 days, came back, ran second in an allowance on the dirt at Churchill, and then the two straight ungraded stakes wins there at Churchill as well. So doing well on the dirt now. I think comes in here with a big shot. Look out. Gets Umberto Raspoli to ride. I think that's very good as well. He's dangerous. There's no doubt about it. Closethegame Sugar, going to be pretty dangerous in this spot today. Number 7 is Happy Jack. Of course, Happy Jack, if you remember him, when he started his career, he was a router. He ran in the Santa Ana Derby, the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, races like that. After it was over, they immediately cut him back to 7 furlong mile and 6 furlong races. He did win the Triple Bend last time out, the Grade 2 event, so that kind of paid off finally, the cutting back in distance 2 races back. He also ran pretty well, only got beat 3/4 of a length to the Chosen Vron. So he's a nice horse. Right now, this was a horse that kind of had an extended layoff, came back, didn't do much, another extended layoff, and after that, he's kind of become a nice horse. So we'll kind of see what Happy Jack can do here. He's another one. He's in with a shot, no doubt about it. It's horse by Oxbow out of a Tappet mare, so kind of a cool breeding there for Happy Jack. We'll see what he can do from the 7 post. All right, number 8 is the Chosen Vron. He needs no introduction. He has won 5 races in a row, and if you take out the Breeders' Cup Dirt Sprint where he tried, it would have been, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He won 8 in a row, 5th in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Sprint there, and then came back to win 5 more in a row. That's pretty darn good. He's won 18 out of 23 lifetime. Yes, he has faced Calbreds quite a bit in his career. He's also faced Open Company quite a bit as well, including 2 races back where he won the Kona Gold, 3 races back he won the San Carlos, and let's not forget, right here at this track, the Bing Crosby, he was a winner there as well last season. So he comes in looking pretty good. He's a horse that is just really a solid type. And look, he's the one to beat. And until somebody can knock him off that's not at the Breeders' Cup Sprint, we'll see what happens. These California horses, it's been a long time. How long? Let's go back to the last time horses in California beat the Chosen Vron. It was the Pat O'Brien Grade 2 event in 2022. August 27th, 2022 was the last time he lost a non-Breeders' Cup race. That's pretty amazing. So we'll see if he can keep it going. And then finally, the number 9 is Jackstown. Look out for this one. All the way back. Now, this is crazy. All the way back in July 31st, 2022, this horse debuted right here at this track for Bob Baffert and was a winner by a length and a half. Looked pretty good. 684 days later, June 14th, 2024, this horse is back. Shows up at 2-5. Bob Baffert on a 684-day layoff is 2-5. And all he does is win by 3.5 lengths. That's why I never worry about Bob Baffert off anything. They always just seem to show up and be ready to run if they're not dead. So with Jackstown, the number 9 horse, I mean, he won off a 684-day layoff and ran a huge race. You would think he could improve second start off of that. I think he'll be pretty tough in here. How tough? We're going to find out. Can he beat the likes of the Chosen Vron and Straight No Chaser and these type of horses? Closethegame Sugar? I'm not sure, but that was a pretty big effort off that layoff. He's running great at Del Mar right now, talking about Bob Baffert. I would not be shocked at all if he comes up with a huge race. All right, let's look at it now. Let's try to pick a winner out of this. Let's make sense of what we're going to do. I am going to go the number 8, the Chosen Vron, on top in this race. I do think it's a big challenge, but I think you're going to get a decent enough price on him because of all these other horses in the race. I think he draws really well here on the outside. If he needs to lead, he can go get it. If they're going really fast, this horse can stalk the pace. I mean, you've seen him stalk the pace before. He's been entered with, a horse like Brickyard Ride, who obviously he's not going to get ahead of him early. He just kind of stalked the pace and was able to get the job done. And the Bing Crosby last year, he was 6th in the early stages of the race. He might be that again. I think it'll be more like 3rd or 4th, but if he gets a little bit behind, it doesn't really matter. He can show up and run that big race and get up and get there. So I can't go against him. I'm going to go with the number 8, the Chosen Vron, on top in the Bing Crosby. All right, guys, that'll do it for a preview of the Bing Crosby live Saturday, July 27th at Del Mar. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerted anytime we do videos like this. Also, head on over to racingdudes.com. We've got coverage of every track every day over there at racingnews.com. Remember, this YouTube channel is just a small little thing compared to the big site over at racingnews.com. All right, guys, thanks everybody for watching, and good luck if you're playing Del Mar on Saturday.